How to get a job if you're starting from zero. You're starting in a new city, a new country, a new career. You may be changing from, I know somebody changed from being a baker to being a software engineer. Now, what's the best way to do that? Well, firstly, you need to want it. You need to know what you're going after. That makes it a lot easier. If you don't know what you're going after, then there are other videos I can do to explain this. But once you know what you want, or at least narrow down the focus somewhat, so it could be I want to be a software engineer, a front-end software engineer, then you know all you have to do is find 10 people every day on LinkedIn that are relevant to that goal and connect with them and say, I'd like to have your profile looks really interesting. You're someone I'd like to emulate or learn from, and I would like to, have a coffee. People will say yes. People will say yes to a coffee. They'll also say yes to a Zoom call for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It's not a big ask of their time, and you'd be surprised at how rare it is that people actually ask for these kinds of things. I get a lot of them because I'm a recruiter, but I don't actually know anything. The people who know stuff are the people who do the job. That's who you want to speak to. And they don't get many messages at all. They might get some messages saying, come work for us. What they don't get is messages of people saying, you're amazing, I'd like to learn from you. And frankly, most people like having their ego rubbed a bit, and they really want to help. So if you combine those two things, it's a very powerful force. People will want to help you, especially if you're early on in your career, or if you're making a big shift, a big change. Find people like that to speak to. And if you reach out to 10 people a day, if only 2 of them come back to you, in a month you've spoken to 60 people. 60 people in a highly relevant, highly local context to what you want to do. That will be hugely powerful. Ask them all sorts of questions. Understand what they've been through to get to that point and what it could look like for you. And is it interesting? Is it the sort of thing you want to do? Because also you might want to pivot. But if you have all of that knowledge and all those connections, getting the job just becomes a hell of a lot easier.